Hello YouTube audience, welcome to the part two of the video. I was trying to tease the roots carefully and try to not cut too much roots, but problem is there are so many thick roots growing straight down in there. I was basically unable to select. Basically I cut off all the roots that's going towards the bottom. So I'm just going to also wash the roots a little bit, and I'm trying to fit this tree into this pot, which is not easy. So just going to keep cutting the roots. Keep cutting them. Keep cutting all the big roots. Still some soil we can get rid of by teasing. After doing a lot of cutting, finally the roots are teasable. We're able to get the soil off. After a lot of washing the roots, a lot of cutting the big roots, because several big roots really make all these rakes cannot go into the roots. I have cut off a lot of the big roots. And let's see whether the tree can survive with that much root removal. Very dense root ball. We still have plenty of fibrous root. Again, if this would need to fit into this pot, we still need to get rid of some roots, I think. I'm just trying to see where are some roots that's going straight down, and just remove these roots. There is a root here that's going straight down. Need to remove it and continue to tease the soil out. Let's see. I think the root ball can fit into there. I just need to slightly cut a little bit more, then we should be okay. I'm still going to cut. Maybe I would just cut a little bit more. Just use a root cutter. Cut off a little bit more of the root that's going straight down. Very, very woody roots. Okay, I think this is sufficient. So it's going to go in the pot like that. Let's see. Tree is, I'm going to offset it a little bit towards this side of the pot. Yeah, the root base is still a little bit high. May need to cut it a little bit more. Okay, it's just this big piece of roots. I don't know if it would be easier to do it with this, the scissor, the root scissor, and just try to cut it a little bit more. Again, this is a gamble. With that much root pruning, I do not have 100% confident that this tree would survive, but let's hope for the best. It's just these downward growing roots. One day they would have to be corrected, and we can correct it gradually. This is still not a very flat root base, but we can gradually make it better. Okay, maybe we need to mount this a little bit, but I think this is good enough. I'm going to cut a little bit of the roots that's already touching the edge of the pot, and this is corrected. Just trying to rake out the soil. Now the roots start to feel workable. Okay. I feel this is still sufficient root to support the tree. I think this is where I will stop teasing the roots, and it's time to pot it up. Okay, I'm using this training pot, which is relatively tiny. I'm going to put a little bit of soil in to hold the mesh in place. Okay. Just a little bit. Very nice soil. I'm going to offset it a little bit. Let's see. If we hold this up here, eye level, looks okay to me. Okay, I would do this. Numa is very, very light soil. This is the first time I use Kanuma because I have a camellia, and camellia is also a acid loving plant, so I got some Kanuma. And it's very, very light. People even say when you water it, it's going to flow. I hope it's not that horrible. I hope. Okay. Now we can tie the tree in. Let me see, how should I do this? Okay, let me tie it like that. This would tie down to the root on this side, and this would tie down to the root on that side, and then I can use a gin plier to tighten the whole thing. Let's see. If we get closer, you'll be able to see it better. Now, I'm going to do it like that. Try to tie it, and try to tie this too. I'm not going to overdone it. Okay, I think that's sufficient. I'm not going to do it too much. And now, let's see. As long as it's not going to fall out, I would be fine with it. Then I can just cut this off. Cut the tip of the wires off, so that we don't have too much wire hanging around. Okay, that should be sufficient. Now we're just going to continue and add more soil to it. We may need to mount the soil a little bit. But let's first work the soil into the root. Let's see if this would survive. You can see once your chopstick is poked on the soil, it's going to go into the roots. So it's going to sink a lot. Look, before you poke the space between the roots, you would think that the pot is already filled. But once you poke at it, it's going to sink, and you will need to add soil pretty soon. More soil. Okay. Again, as I said, we may need to mount the soil a little bit to cover all the roots. Hope to encourage new roots to grow. I still the root base a little bit too deep down in the soil. My hope is the new soil is going to encourage the roots to grow on the surface. To enhance that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some sphagnum moss on the surface of the soil, so that hopefully it's going to encourage the root to grow on the surface. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to get some sphagnum moss. So I got some sphagnum moss and I make it wet a little bit, and now I'm just going to put it on the surface. And I can put it closer. Hopefully, this way when we water, the canuma would not flow. And in the spring, I mean in warmer days, I may even collect some some moss, living moss, These, the Sphagnum moss, they are dead, and they are there to hold water and kind of weigh the conuma down so that it does not flow when we water it, and also encourage surface root growth if it's possible. I would like the surface to grow some roots. Okay, so that's that. Now I will need to water the thing. These are the roots that we cut off. It's plenty of roots. In the end, I cannot sort them out. It's still one piece. The roots are so entangled and so matted on the bottom, I basically cannot sort them out. So I cut off a lot of the roots, and this is the end product. So it looks like this. Now it's time to water it. Okay, here we go. I need to water thoroughly and hopefully until the water come out from the bottom. Okay, it's out from one hole. Where are the water from the rest of the place? Maybe I will water it on this side a little bit more so that water go out from all the holes. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, I think it's fine. So this is the tree. Let's see what else can we do with it. So if we look this way, some of the branches are still too long without movement. We can do some directional pruning. So for example, this branch is long. We can prune it off here so that it gets some budding there. This is also long and we have some leaf bud here, so I'm going to prune here. Oh, Okay. In the back, there is also this branch. I think it's a little bit long. We can prune it back a little bit. Then in the spring, it's going to start ramifying. Okay, so this is our Dawn Viburnum, and hopefully the first hope is the tree survive, and we will see when it leaf out, we can develop more branching. So again, have a nice day. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.